1976 post-game show. And I don't know what kind of after party this is going to be, but it was truly, truly a disaster tonight. The Panthers were not able to get any type of traction whatsoever on tonight's contest against the Southern Jags, losing by the final score of 38-0. There's no way that you could have told me at the beginning of the day, at the beginning of the week, that Prairie View A&M University would not be able to score one touchdown. If I were a betting man, I would have lost everything that I own, because there's no way that I would have thought that in a million years. It was like someone had kidnapped the Panthers that we had grown accustomed to, and there was an imposter on tonight. I am pretty much at a loss for words. This performance tonight, if that's what you want to call it, was truly, truly lackluster. There's no other way to describe it. It is absolutely unbelievable. It was one of those deals. It was a funk to begin with. There was some discrepancies, some issues and concerns with the uniforms that the Panthers had first come out on. The gray uniforms with the purple numbers, and it was a contrast to some and not to others. The head official for the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Mr. Harold Mitchell, was actually there and let it be known that these uniforms were on the borderline of being illegal, if not illegal. And there was an exchange going back and forth with some personnel from PV and so on and so forth. So as a result, the Panthers end up changing uniforms at halftime. And I'm not one of those. You don't make excuses. If uniforms are why the Panthers laid an egg tonight, then we really are reaching in the barrel. This was rough. Absolutely rough. There is no rhyme or reason for the information, or I won't even say information, the performance that was displayed on tonight. It was painstaking, for lack of a better word. Absolutely painstaking. I'm going to try to give you some of these numbers, if that's what we want to call it. Final score was 38-0. Southern Jags on top. Rushing yards, Southern rushed the ball. I want you to hear me loud and clear. They had 26 first downs and rushed the ball 59 times for 350 yards. Now, we produced the Carlos Brown Show, and he kept complaining that all the Jags would do is run on first down. Well, today they opened up with a little trickery, flea flicker reverse type deal, and but after that, they just took it straight to the Panthers tonight. 350 yards rushing off of 59 carries. The Panthers, 23 yards rushing. Well, 23 attempts for 61 yards of rushing. there was a total offensive plays and yardage. It was 85 plays ran by Southern Jaguars for 518 yards. 65 plays for Prairie View for a total of 312 yards. But if there was a obvious, and when I say obvious, an obvious struggle on today was from the quarterback position. There were a total of 5 interceptions thrown today by brother Jalen Morton. 5 interceptions. The Panthers' leading rusher today was Jalen Morton. 13 attempts, 65 yards. Dewanye Tucker, 10 attempts, 22 yards. That was the night for the top 2 rushers for Prairie View A&M University. Total shutdown, meltdown, letdown by Prairie View A&M University. Unbelievable. The Panthers punting wise, you had Amari Martinez, 5 punts, 144 yards. And then you had Morton with a pooch punt for 28 yards. It was a rough night for PV Nation. Jalen Morton, 20 of 42, 5 interceptions, total 251 yards. His long was 35 yards. He was sacked 4 times. His counterpart, Mr. Ladarius Skelton, forgive me, 15 of 26, 168 yards. His long was 34. He was sacked 3 times. Prairie View had no answer for the rushing on today. It was pure dominance rushing. Ladarius Skelton again, 27 rushes, 209 yards. Devon Ben, 17 rushes, 60 yards. Matter of fact, 3 touchdowns for Skelton, 1 touchdown off of 3 touches for 52 yards for Kendall Catalan. He had 3 touches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. I have no idea what we witnessed tonight, but I know it does not mean it is the end of your season, but it does change the whole outcome of your season. The Panthers were definitely in the driver's seat after the win over Grambling. And we talked that we, wanted to get that out of your system, come in, take care of business, and let it do what it do. A lot of frustration from PV Nation, fans at PV Nation. They were truly disappointed with tonight's performance. The question is this, and it happens, was it just a bad night for the Panthers? Are they not what we thought they were? Or is Southern better than what people were giving credit for? Coach Dawson Odoms, no doubt, on the hot seat. And Jag Nation, let it be known that he has to run the table. If not, he's out of here. The whispers were our next man that we want to target would be the Ghost. And as a result, they came out clicking on all cylinders. I was tracking the game during the course in the press box area, and it was pretty rough to get a hold on. It was rough, but you kind of hope that you can turn the corner. Corner's got to be turned. I know it's going to turn. It's going to take on. It's coming. It's coming. Don't wait. Here it come. Here it come. And it just never got off the ground. It never got off the ground. And as a result, the Panthers end up losing 38-0. There's no way you could have told me that would have been the case. Absolutely no way. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue to dig a little bit deeper into everything that's going on here with this after party. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Panthers being manhandled tonight. We'll be back to talk more about it.
Hey, my name is Nikki Antwine, owner of Miracles and Blessings Salon and Spa out in Missouri City, Texas. I want to shout out to my son, Andre Lewis, who is the receiver over at PV University. And I just want to say I love listening to Mike Prince on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Prince here with you with the 1876 after party. Panthers losing to the Southern Jaguars by the score of 38-0. And when you really look at it, you know, yeah, you're not going to win every game. And in some games, you're just going to fall short. But I didn't expect to get shut out. I didn't expect that at all. I was not ready. What the boy Kevin Hart say? He wasn't ready. I was not ready for that. I'm still not ready for that. I can't believe that I witnessed what I witnessed on today. It was rough, ladies and gentlemen. It was absolutely rough. I'm looking here at my tracking notes that I had during the course of the game, and I'm making all kind of noises and stuff, but it's all good. The first, this is the Panthers series. Punt, 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 interception, punt, interception, interception, punt, interception, interception, turnover on downs, punt. I kept having this waiting to exhale moment, hoping that the change was going to come, hoping that something was going to happen. And it just never did. And Prairie View, I don't believe, they're not that bad of a team. They're not a no-scoring team at home. I'm devastated. I am absolutely devastated. There are no excuses. It is clearly unacceptable. I do need to check. It was not that many penalties. Let me check back and look at that final stat for penalties. I don't recall that many penalties which had an infraction or an impact, I should say, on this game. Let's see here what we got. Penalties. Okay, here we go. Penalty yards, this, that, and the other. With the penalty yardage, 8 penalties for Southern for 85 yards, 3 penalties for Prairie View, 24 yards. So the penalties were not the issue. But then when we talk about getting into the red zone, that's inside the 20-yard line. Southern, 5 of 6. Prairie View, 0 for 2. In fact, there was a turnover. You thought the Panthers was going in to drive. A couple of turnovers inside the red zone. That will break your back every time, as evident in tonight's performance. Not sure what to make of this. There's another bye week coming up. And oh, by the way, Alcorn will be coming in for homecoming. Panthers go down 38-0. I'm still trying to wrap my head just around that. 38-0 was our final on tonight. The season home opener. And I hate to say it. You may have lost some folk not to return. It's one thing to lose, but in the way and the manner that we lost tonight, it's going to be hard to win that casual fan back over. And that's just a hard reality. That is a hard reality. Because a lot of people are fair weather fans. They're what have you done for me lately? This Janet Jackson mentality. And all they look at is, oh, okay, y'all getting this. No, I'm not coming. Thanks, but no thanks. Not interested. I don't even know what to say. I'm done. I'm not gonna say I'm done, but I'm just floored, man. I'm flabbergasted. Absolutely flabbergasted. There's no way that you could have told me that this was gonna happen. Not on today. Not with the way we've been rolling and taking care of business. There's nobody. You got the wrong bro. No, y'all need to say that for somebody who don't know no better. But it was absolutely earth-shattering to see what I saw tonight. No answers whatsoever. And Odom's had a team fired up to play as if, hey, guess what? This could be my last one, guys. And if it's going to be my last one, I want to go out like a champ. Starting tonight. And that's exactly what we saw. These guys were clicking on all cylinders. Or were we just that flat? I couldn't tell you. Meanwhile, I'm going to give you some scoring from around the SWAC. Grambling and Texas Southern are in the fourth quarter. Grambling's on top by the score of 31-21. Alcorn was victorious over Alabama A&M 35-26. Jackson State 23, Mississippi Valley 7. And you had South Alabama 45, Alabama State 7. And of course, the debacle on the hill, Prairie View losing 38-0. That just don't even sound right. That sounds like somebody's playing. Man, stop playing and tell me what the real score was. No, bro, that was a score. 38-0. Not even a field goal. Not even an excuse me touchdown. You know how we get those excuse me touchdowns toward the end of the game, the scrap points. We laid an egg at home. Literally, an egg. Meanwhile, I'll give you some MEAC scores. Howard destroyed Delaware State by the score of 55-13. And Florida A&M got past North Carolina A&T by the score of 22-21. Congratulations to FAMU under the stress of Hurricane Michael. They went on the road and found a way to be victorious over the Aggies. Bethune-Cookman, 28. South Carolina, 26. Morgan State, 18. And Savannah State, 11. Those were your scores in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Prairie View falls to Southern. Or do you even call that a fall, or was that a laydown? 38-0. Absolutely manhandled from beginning to end. We had no answers. And it was just like a haze going on throughout the course of this thing. You wanted to, have some wishful thinking and hope that this thing comes through and does what it needs to do. But it was just like a funk, man. He was like, what is going on? Something doesn't feel right, and even with the uniform issues. And so people would know we were up there hearing all this going on. And so it can clear up any miscues and say that they were holding an art against them. There were some discrepancies on whether or not the uniforms were legal. And upon the warm-ups, Prairie View did not come out in their uniforms. They did not come out until the game started. And the head official of the Southwest Athletic Conference happened to be assigned to this game. And he kept saying, hey, wait a minute. I can't hardly even see the numbers. And then he would ask people up in the press, can you see these numbers? Some said, yeah, I can see the numbers quite well. And he was like, I cannot see these numbers. He then makes a call to the commissioner. The commissioner and he go and discuss. And then all of a sudden, stop the play. Don't let them start yet. That was the delay in the game when the ball was first spotted to start the first play from scrimmage. They discussed it, went back and forth, and as a result, they were penalized, Prairie View, one timeout in their first half. So, of course, after halftime, they go back and change uniforms. So people might have been trying to read that they were trying to be cute or add on. No, that was not the case. The uniforms were dubbed illegal, so they went and changed the uniforms. And what you have to have is contrasting colors. Because when you're doing these games, especially for television and for the press box area people that can keep proper stats, do this, that, and the other, and it makes it a lot easier to read the numbers. Now, a lot of people, old school, said it was too much in the uniforms to begin with. Go with your block numbers, and it's not about how cute you look. It's about executing on the field. But that's neither here nor there. They're there. It is what it is, and we got to deal with it. So now, with the Panthers having yet another bye week coming up before they'll have Alcorn, can there be a resurgence, if you would? And my main concern is, will there be an interest from that lackluster fan, that ho-hum fan who says, I can, I won't. Doesn't matter. Tomato, one way or the other. And that's critical when you're trying to build a fan base. I'm waiting on the official numbers to come out for the stats. It was not a sold-out game. Very strong representation on the east side. Not as strong on the west side. You know, traditionally we like to call the west side the visitors, but it's all home side for the Panthers. We'll see how things work out on that. But there was no execution whatsoever. The Panthers came out flat. They came out flat. And I'm not going to allow the uniform issue to be the reason why they came out flat. For whatever reason, it looked like an invasion of the body snatchers out there tonight. This was not the team that we had seen the first 6 weeks of the season. I don't know where they went. I don't know what happened. But I do know we need to go and get them again. Something definitely went wrong. You're listening to the 1876 After Party right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can go to the website obnradio.com, go to the talk show pages, and you can click on the Mike Prince Show, and that's where we are right now, live. We're going to take another break, and I just might, if you're willing, take your phone call. We'll see how things come out and take care of from there, but it is truly, truly a rough time on the hill. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You listen to the 1876 postgame show on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Hello, this is Kimberly Runnels, a 1993 graduate of Prairie View A&M University. I have a My PV story. I'm a second-generation PVite who never thought about attending Prairie View and was pretty much forced by my parents, which I'm happy about now. But I have quite a story about an application to Texas A&M that never made it off of the dining room table. Prairie View has made me a productive person.
How you doing? It's the radio guy, the Dr. Mike Prince, reminding you that you're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now. However, we'd like to remind you that we bring a lot more to the table than you may be aware of. Did you know about Our Journey Alive? It's a weekly talk show that features 3 dynamic women sharing their overcoming of domestic abuse and much, much more. You can listen to Sophia and the gang each and every week right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. What about Prairie View United, also known as PVU? It's giving you up-to-date information going on throughout the city limits of Prairie View, Texas, and Waller County, Texas. Of course, there is the sports report that is breaking news of the world of athletics and the daily Mike Prince coverage of the Mike Prince Show right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And for those who seek spiritual guidance, we even offer Sunday Morning live broadcasts of the Temple of Refuge Ministries, brought to you each and every week right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. So be sure to check out what you've been missing by visiting the website at obnradio.com, or you can dial 605-477-5066. And for those who happen to be within the Prairie View community, you can always check us out at 87.9 FM, the station designed with you in mind, serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, the 1876 After Party Post-Game Show, powered here by the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am your host, the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Prairie View A&M University Panthers falling victim to the Southern Jags by the score of 38-0. That's right, you heard me, 38-0. The Panthers had no answer for the rushing attack by the Southern Jags. What we're going to do right now, we're going to open up this line, if you would. See if you want to talk about it with me right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll take your call at 936 333 5256. 936 333 5256. You can take the opportunity to call in right now. Share your thoughts if you were at the game, if you listened to the game, if you were tracking the game, and let us know, what do you think about the current situation for PV Nation? I don't think it's quite over, but they've made life a little bit rougher than what they needed to in order to solidify the western side of the Southwestern Athletic Conference as far as getting prepared for the SWAC Championship and possibly the Celebration Bowl. I almost said the MEAC SWAC Challenge. But that's behind us right now. 936-333-5256 is the number for you to call in and share your circumstances or your situation about what's going on with PV Nation right now after their performance, or should we say lack of performance tonight. It is truly mind-boggling for me right now. I am lost, and it takes a whole lot to have me somewhat speechless. But it's rough right now. It's rough in the camp, boss. Can't tell it no other way. It's rough in the camp. I want to remind you that the Mike Prince Show comes to you each and every day right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We talk about the world of HBCU, my beloved Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Nothing's going to change. I'm going to still be rooting for PVU. But this one, you couldn't have told me that it was going to be like this. In fact, I went out and figured that we would win by 13 today. That's what I was on the record for saying. But even with that 13, we still would need a little help today. And I get it. It happens in athletics. That's why you play the games. And sometimes you just show up flat. It's just not your day. And maybe that was the case for PV today. It just wasn't our day. It was hard to sit through. People started bailing out. And you know, people are entitled to that. But my thing, if you're gonna be a fan, man. Don't give me that. But one thing about being a fan, and this is where I think we need to kind of grow up as PV Nation fans. You can't be all popcorn and glitter when it's all good. Yeah, you can complain and share your frustration because that's what fans do. But don't take it as a hate message. If you played bad, you just played bad. I'm pretty sure that Coach Dooley, during his post-game show and when he addresses the media on Monday, he's going to say, hey, we played bad. And playing bad has something to do with players' response, coaches' response, and even fan response. Because I'll be honest with you, I was a bit disappointed in the turnout of the crowd tonight. I thought there should have been more people there. You just come off a big win from Grambling. This is your first home game in 6 consecutive road trips. Let's pack this place out. Let's create a home field advantage, a home field environment. Sometimes you could hear Southern Nation roaring just as if they were in Baton Rouge. But that's a whole nother deal. We can be quick to point. PV stunk it up tonight. Yes, they did. They stunk it up. But so did we. That's a hard pill to swallow. But guess what? That's water under the bridge. It's done. It's over with. Can't do anything about it. That will go down in the books that the Panthers gave it up, at least tonight, 38-0. Season home opener. And it was a rough engagement to witness. Rough engagement to witness. So now, with this extended bye week coming up, and it was really set up perfect. You play Grambling, you get your bye week, you come back, take care of Southern, get your bye week, get ready for Alcorn. And to be honest with you, when you start looking at the schedule, you be like, man, we do this, we do that. We in good shape. But now there's a mad dash now. We got to rebound. First things first, we have got to get this game behind us. You can't let this game beat us twice. And by that, you're so depressed, so down and out about it. Get it out of you right now, PV Nation. It's done. It's over with. Seeing some of you on Facebook, seeing some of you on Twitter, Instagram already. Yeah, get it out your system. Get it good and out your system. Because we need to regroup come October 27th. Because Alcorn is going to bring the funk. And we're going to have to bring the funk. Now, this game between Alcorn does not hurt us as much, but you don't want any more losses. Right now, if you're PV Nation, we got to run the table. Starting with Alcorn. And you got to hope like mad that someone will trip up. I got a caller coming in. I don't know if he's going to want to talk. Caller, I don't have you opened up yet, but are you willing to come online and talk with us? All right, caller. We're live right now doing our post-game 1876. Panthers lose by the score of 38-0. And they said, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. Well, we won't go. We're not going to force your will. 936-333-5256. That's the number to dial in. called in. I guess they realized it was live in Memorex. It wasn't a recording. They got cold feet. 936-333-5256 is the number to dial in and share your thoughts on what was or what was not in the case of Prairie View and the Southern Jaguars. This is the 1876 post-game report, live out of the Open Mic Broadcast Network studio. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take us another quick break, and we'll be right back with closing thoughts and comments.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It is the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. 1876 post-game show. Panthers getting thumped on tonight, losing 38-0. 5 interceptions by Morton alone. 350 yards of rushing for the Jags on tonight. And they leave Prairie View, Texas with a 2-1 record. And my, oh my, how the weeks change. How the weeks change. There used to be an old saying, I had a coach used to tell me, man, you do a good job, son. Great job, son. And then you turn around and do a bad, he said, son, you went from the White House to the outhouse. And that performance tonight stunk. It was not good. I don't know what happened. I made mention in the last segment. This was invasion of the body snatchers. I'm still trying to figure out what happened. Next thing you know, you're chasing 14. At halftime, you're chasing 24. And we go like, what? Did I miss something? Did I truly miss something? The true sign now, well, how will we rebound from this? How will we regroup from this tonight? Because, see, winning the big games, those are good games. This truly was a big game. But how you regroup from a letdown, that's when the coaching kicks in. That's when the mentoring kicks in. That's when transitioning from boys to men kick in. It's going to be interesting to see. Of course, we're just getting started. We'll start this thing off on Monday with the Mike Prince Show, featured every day at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a whole lot to continue to talk about. I want to thank you all so much for your support, and for those who have yet to join the support train. We're having a listening partner drive to help us to continue to bring you the coverage, insights, interviews, and everything that we do here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Simply visit the website, obnradio.com, click on the PayPal button, become a listening partner today, if you can, for 17 cents a day. That's $5 a month, $60 for the year. And it truly does make a difference for us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'm not going to beat myself up with this any longer. I am going to sign off for now and just let it be known that we will rise to fight another day. Prairie View ends up on the outside looking in, losing by the score of 38-0. Still find it hard for me to even say that. 38-0. I know old Carlos is smiling from ear to ear, but it is what it is. Continue, if you can, to have a wonderful weekend. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Lord say the same. We will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. God bless, and we'll see you on the other side.